Also joining us here, the Putnam Leasing team are available throughout the auction for anyone considering financing options. For questions, please speak with one of our Bonhams specialists who will be happy to put you in contact. We have 4 exciting venue announcements for the 2026 U.S. calendar. Coming up first on May 3rd, we will return to Miami at the Crypto.com Miami Formula One Grand Prix for the 3rd edition of our Miami sale. This year, we are selling on race day. That'll be Sunday, May 3rd, with great opportunities to participate in both the auction and enjoy the race itself. We then move on to Greenwich on May the 31st, returning to our home on the Berkeley One campus for the 3rd edition together. Thank you to Berkeley One for welcoming us on our Northeast auction again in 2026. Shortly following that, we are proud to announce that we've been selected to deaccession the National Automobile Museum collection, with the sale taking place in Reno, Nevada on June the 13th. This extraordinary auction will feature 120 historically significant motor cars, many of them direct from the Hera collection, and we are honored to be working with them. It'll be offered entirely without reserve. The Cord Baby Duesenberg, you see the experimental Cord limousine, that is going to be one of the stars of that auction, and you can see it right there next to the tree that we have. And last but not least, and this is a big one, we are delighted to announce our new home in Monterey beginning in 2026. Today, we confirm the extension of our 15-year relationship and a new multi-year partnership with the WeatherTech Raceway in Laguna Seca, which will become the future home of our Monterey auction. The Rolex Monterey Motorsports Reunion at Laguna Seca is one of the 3 most prestigious events of Monterey Car Week, and we look forward to building an exciting new footprint at this iconic venue. So I have a few short auction announcements before we begin. The sale is being conducted pursuant to the terms and conditions included in the print and online auction catalog and published on our website. We suggest you read these conditions carefully as they apply to this sale, numbered 31957, lots 1 through 156. For today's auction, Bonhams Cars is operating as an Arizona car dealer. License number L000012102. Important bits, folks. The purchase price payable is the sum of the final bid, plus the buyer's premium and all applicable taxes. The buyer's premium for the 3 automobilia lots and other non-motor vehicle property is 28% of the first $50,000 of the bid, plus 27% of the amount of the bid price above $50,000 up to and including $1 million, plus 21% of the amount of the bid price above $1 million up to and including $6 million. And I'll be on the floor if we reach this, plus 14.5% of the amount of the bid price above $6 million, if anyone wants a very, very valuable wooden Duesenberg. For motorcycle property, the premium is 15% of the first $100,000 and 10% thereafter, for any amount exceeding $100,000. For motor car property, it is 12% of the first $250,000 of the bid price and 10% of the amount of the bid price exceeding $250,000. Interested bidders should read the bidder information section of the print and online catalog regarding taxes and license fees. Bidders should note the auctioneer, that's me, may open bidding on any lot below the reserve by placing a bid for the seller. The auctioneer may continue to bid for the seller up to the amount of the reserve, either by placing consecutive bids or bidding in response to other bidders. Except as expressly stated in the conditions of sale, all items are sold as is, where is, with no reps or warranties. So we ask that you bid on items that you have previewed or for which you have received condition reports. Several notices that list corrections or updates to lot details are posted on the lot details page online and will be announced by me if and as applicable. We ask that you pay for and collect your purchases by 12 p.m. Sunday, January 25th. Cashiers will be available during and after the auction today, on Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sunday from 8:30 a.m. to noon. Uncollected automobilia will be uplifted and stored at Bonhams Los Angeles. Uncollected motor car lots will be uplifted and stored by Passport Auto Transport. And with that, we are pleased to begin with lot number 1.
Thank you, Eric. Welcome to you all. Again, a warm welcome to you all. Thank you for joining us here in Scottsdale, and also to our online bidders at bonhamscars.com. We'll begin with lot number 1, our automobilia lot. We have a wood-sculpted Duesenberg Durham Tourster. This model is larger than 1/8 scale and is selling today at no reserve. It's a very large model. It's a one-of-a-kind piece, completely made of wood of different types. The craftsmanship is superb and beautifully captures the J. Durham Tourster aesthetic. Details abound, and again, selling today at no reserve.
All right, and we'll start this one off. How about $500 for it? 500 anywhere. Bid me 500. 500 only. 500 only. 500. Raise your hand. 500 there. I have 500 down here in my room at 500. At 500, I sell at 500. I sell at 500. If no further, any further. 550. 1,000. Thank you. Saving time. 1,000. It's against you at 1,000. Any further at 1,000. Online, what say you? At 1,000. At 1,000 on the phones. I'll sell at 1,000 if no further to my telephones at $1,000. At 1,000. Any further at 1,000. Any further at 1,000. If no further, I sell at 1,000 to the telephones at $1,000. 1,000. The number, please. Is that 210? 210. Thank you very much.
Excellent. All right, moving on to lot number 2, also selling at no reserve. We have a Juan Manuel Fangio wheeling the Mercedes bronze sculpture. Signed and dated 2002, this limited edition sculpture, number 14 out of 35, depicts the 5-time Formula One world champion driver at the wheel of his 1954 Mercedes-Benz W196R. Again, selling today at no reserve.
All right, and we'll start this one off. How about 2,000 for it? 2,000 for the bronze. 2,000, please. 2,000, anywhere at 2,000. Bid me, please. 2,000. Online, what say you at 2,000? 2,000 anywhere. Yes, no at 2. No one at 2? 1,000 then. Start me at 1,000. 1,000 I have. It's 1,000. Thank you. Down here, staying local at 1,000. At 1,000, I sell at 1,000 if no further. At 1,000, are we? 1,100. Thank you very much. 1,100 against you now. 1,200, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2,000 he says. Are you out? Are you sure? It would look very good in Canada. At 2,000, down here, staying local then, at 2,000. All right, 2-2, he's back. Are you sure? You're saving on shipping. It's 2-2, then 2-2 back here at 2,200, if no further. Any further online, anywhere at 2.5. Thank you very much. 2.5. 2.8. 3, yes? 3. No, it's 3,000, your bid. Any further at 3. It's yours at 3. Any further at 3,000. If no further, I sell at 3,000. Selling at 3,000, then 3,000. 117. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. All right, lot number 3. This is a no reserve item as well. This is a custom Cadillac neon sign. It's 48 inches and features 4 colors of neon, new neon glass, transformers, and a die-cut can, and crated for easy transportation. Selling today at no reserve.
All right, any Cadillac fans out there, start this one off. How about 2,000? 2,000 for the Cadillac sign. 2,000, anywhere at 2. Start me at 2. At 2,000 only, it's a big sign. At 2,000. 2,000 only. Gonna make me work for it. At 1,000. At 1,000. 1,000, he says. 1,000. At 1,000. Is that 2,000 or you're good? 1,100 then. 11. 1,100 down here against you. Yes? 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. No? 19 then at 1,900. Selling here if no further at 1,900. To my left at 1,900. I sell at 1,900. Anything further? Online? Phones, are we quiet at 1,900 then? And selling 109. Thank you very much.
All right, lot number 101, selling at no reserve. This is a 2014 Harley-Davidson V-Rod Muscle VRS CF with just 1,295 miles. This bike is fresh out of long-term storage and selling today.
All right, sale room notice. The title is in transit on this bike. We'll start this one off. Bids take me straight in. Must be bid at 2,500 already. 2,005. 2,500. It's 2,005. 2,500. Any further? 2,005. Do I sell at 2,500 only for the V-Rod? At 2,005. I'll sell it. 2,008. 3,000 against you. I don't see that bid. It's 3,000 down here with me. Any further at 3? 3,2. Yes? 3,2. 3,200. I'm out. It's with you. Any further? At 3,200. The bid's back here. 3,005. 3,005. 3,008. No? 3,008 then. Here, it's not yours. You've owned it for a moment, but not anymore. At 3,008. Any further? At 3,008 then. Gavel's in the air and I sell at 3,008. 3,800 and selling. Any further at 3,008? I'll take 4. Yes, no? No? At 4,000 online. It's against you. Would you like 4,2? 4,2. Back with you. At 4,200. Online, and it's against you now. At 4,200 here in the room. You're welcome to jump back in at 4,200. Selling at 4,002 then. At 4,200. Any further at 4,002. Online, are we quiet? At 4,200. 4,002. 212 is the number. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. All right, moving along. If you missed that bike, don't worry. We have lot 102, also selling at no reserve. This is a 1947 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead. This is a stylish chopper with a desirable Knucklehead twin cam power. This bike also is fresh from static display and selling today.
All right, bid straight in. Take me to $4,000. At 4,000 then. 4,000 I have. It's 4,000. 2, 5. 8, 5,000 here. 5,000. Any further? 55 online. Ahead of you. Ahead of you. It's 6,000. Thank you very much. It's 6. 6.5. You're ahead of online. Online, you don't have it. It's down here. It's 6.5. 7 online. Back online. It's 7,000. At 7,000. 7.5 online. 7.5 online. 8,000. 8 back there. 8,000. 8.5 online. 9,000. Yes. It's 8.5 online. Any further? 9,000 online says. 9.5. Yes. Would you like 9.5? 9.5 down here. 9.5. 10,000 ahead. It's 10,000 down here online. 11. 11,000. Any further? 11,000. 12,000 here. Not online. 12,000. It's not yours online. Room has it 13 against you though. It's 13,000. Yes, no. Would you like it? 14. 14 back here. It's not yours. 15. He's got it. It's ahead of you. It's 15 back here. 16 online. It's 16. Any further? It's 16. 17. 18. Yes. 18. He's got it. 18. 19 online. Would you like to come back? 20. He says it's 20 back here at 20,000. 25 down here. 25,000. It's 25,000 against you, against the online. Any further? Are you sure? At 25 then, a decisive bid. Online, are we quiet? At 25. I'll sell at 25, if no further then. At $25,000 and going. Going once?
Sorry, 20,500.
No, sir. No, I'm sorry. Are we going? Was that 25?
25.
It's 20,000 then. It's 20,000. It's yours still at 20,000. At 20,000. The next bid is 22 online. Thank you very much. Online has it at 22,000. At 22,000. I will take 24. At 22,000 online. At 22. Any further? I'm selling at 22. I will sell. I will take 24. At 22,000, I'm selling at 22. Yes, no, at 24,000, ahead of you. It was ahead of you. Thank you very much in the back. At 24, 26 is the next online if you'd like it. It's 24 with you. 24,000. Any further? 24. Do I sell at 20? 26. Thank you very much. At 26 down here, he has it again. It's against you now. At 26, I sell at 26. Any further? At 26, yes, no. At 26,000 in selling. At 26, then I sell the lot at 26,000. 26,000, your number, please. 116, thank you very much.
Congratulations, that's a beautiful bike. All right, moving along to the items with four wheels. We have lot 103, selling at no reserve. This is a 1956 Chevy Bel Air sedan. This was acquired by the consignor in the 70s for use to go back and forth to high school, but it's always been maintained and sympathetically restored. It's ready to go and equipped with the 4-barrel, 205 horsepower, 265 cubic inch V8, selling today at no reserve.
All right, we'll start this one off then. How about it? 10,000 only, please. 10,000. 10,000 for the Bel Air. At 10,000, someone put their hand in the air for 10,000, please. At 10,000. 10,000 only. At 10,000. It's got to be worth that. 10,000 online. Thank you very much. Online at 10. I'll sell at 10 if no further, at 10,000. I'm selling at 10. No further at 10 then. 11, thank you very much. Ahead of you online, it's 11 down here. 11,000. 11,000, we've woken up. Any further at 11? 12. 12, 12,000. It's 12,000. Any further at 12? 13. 14. It's 14,000 down here against you, against online, against you, 14,000. Any further? Selling then at 14. 15 then against you, 15,000. Any further at 15? He's shaking his head. 15 over here. At 15 and selling then. 15 only then. I sell at 15 if no further at 15,000. Any further at 15? At 15 and selling then at 15,000. 15,000, and your number, please. 4, thank you very much.
All right, moving on to lot 104. This is a 1966 Ford Mustang GT 289 hardtop. Beautifully presented Mustang stands out for the great condition and desirable factory spec. It left the factory in October of 66 and now shows just under 82,000 miles. Ready to go, it's an A-code car, selling today at no reserve.
Okay, Mustang time. Straight in, I'm at 19,000. It's 19,000 already. I'm bid 19. 19 I have. It's 19. 20, thank you very much. 20, ahead of you. It's 20 back here. It's against you. You don't have it in the hat there. 22, I'll take 22. 22 now. It's 22. 25, 25, 28. Yes, sir, 28. 28,000 back here. Any further at 28. 28 back there. Any further? 30, yes? 30,000, is that 30? 30,000, thank you very much. At 30, against you, sir. At 30,000, against you as well. 30,000. 32, I see you there. 32, thank you very much. At 32,000. 32, in line, right there, I see you. At 32, against you now.
Say 33, sir.
You've come this far. 33, yes, sir. 33.
Standing.
34. If we're bidding small, we bid quick. 35. Ahead of you. It's 35. Ahead of both of you back there. Thank you very much. 35. Would you like to bid? It's against you. It's not yours. It's 35,000 against. Yes? 36. 37. 37. 38. At 38,000, not yours. Selling at 38 then. Online's quiet. It's 37,000 right here. Sorry, 38,000 right here. Against you. Yes, no? Are you out? He's out. At 38 then, and selling here. At 38,000, going once. 38,000, twice. No, need 1,000. At 38,000, and selling at 38,000. 38,000, and your number, please. 277, thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. All right, moving on to lot 105. This is a 1966 Ford Mustang GT K-code convertible. Wimbledon white drop top is a 1966 model and equipped with the most potent V8 Ford offered in the Stang, the Challenger High Performance K-code. This car is selling today at no reserve.
All right, they used to say that hotcakes were selling like Mustangs. Let's sell a Mustang here. We'll start this one off. How about it? 20,000, 20,000 only. 20 I have. Thank you very much. At 20, at 20, at 20. I'll sell at 20 if no further. At 20 then, and selling, 22. 22, I'll take your word for it. 22 against you. 25. 25, it's here at 25. Any further? Any further at 25? 28, thank you very much. 28. Against you now. Yes, no. At 28,000. At 28. I'll need 8. It's already at 28. It's 30 online. 30 online. Ahead of you online at 30. Ahead of you online at 30. 32. Thank you very much. 32. Ahead of you. It's 32 with you in line. Any further at 32? Any further? Selling at 32 then. If no further online, are we quiet? At 32,000. 35. Yes? 34, I'll take that. 34, here at 34. At 34, 36 is next, please. 36 is next, please. 36, he says. It's against you at 36. 8 is next. Yes, no, at 36 here, against you. Would you like 38? Okay, it's 38 online. 38 online has it. He's shaking his head. Online has it at 38 then. I'm selling at 38 if no further at 38,000. At 38,000, are we clear? 40,000, he's back. At 40,000, he's back. 40,000 online. Are we letting him have it or are we selling it to you? At 40,000. At 40,000. I sell at 40 then, going once. At 40, going twice. 40,000, third and final opportunity at 40,000. 40,000, thank you very much. And remind me your number, please. 277, thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. Okay, coming to the stage, we have lot 106. This is a 1965 Pontiac GTO convertible. This is an original triple black car, and the build tag denotes it as having the all-important 5N GTO option paired with the code 2L 4-speed floor shift option. Selling today at no reserve.
All right, wonderful. I heard a GTO recently sold for nearly 40 million. This one might be less. We'll start this one off. How about it? 40,000 only. 40,000 for the triple black GTO. Someone bid me 40. Someone bid me 40 only. At 40 only for the GTO. At 40. At 40. Are we quiet at 40? At 40. Try me at 35 then. 35,000. 35 I have. It's 35. I have at 35. Any further at 35 or do I sell? At 35, 38 online. 40. 40,000 here. At 40,000. Any further at 40? Any further at 40? 40, 42. Thank you very much. 42 against you. He's shaking his head online. What say you? 42. At 42,000. 42,000 only for this car. What a deal at 42. At 42. I will sell at 42 if no further. Online, are we quiet? Room, are we quiet? At 42, I can't believe it. What a deal this is. At 42,000. 45. 48. You owned it for a minute, it's not yours anymore. Would you like it back? At 48 then, with you, sir. Any further? At 48 and selling then. Any further? At 48,000, yes, no. Are we quiet? At 48. Am I selling at 48? Any interest? 48,000 to here then at 48,000. And selling to you, sir, at 49. You've bid very actively. I appreciate that. 49 against you. Go 50? Are you sure? All right, 49 then. Losing it for 1,000 then at 49,000. 49,000 here. Any further at 49. Any further at 49. I sell at 49 then, if no further, at 49,000. 49,277.
Congratulations, sir. Someone please bring him drink tickets. All right, making its way to the stage next, we have lot 107. This is a 1960 Chevrolet Corvette convertible. This is a car that has been sparingly driven and properly stored. The designation of CS denoting the 245 horsepower option with dual 4-barrel carburetors, which was what the car was born with. This car is fitted with Rochester fuel injection system in place of the carburetors, finished in ermine white and silver coves and a red interior. It is the quintessential color scheme for this car. Selling today at no reserve.
All right, quick note, title in transit on this one. Lovely machine, we'll start this one off. I have 50,000 already. At 50 I have. At 50, any further at 50, or do I sell at 50,000? Am I selling at 50? It's 50,000 already. I have bid with my book here at 50,000 and selling at 50 if no further. 55, 60 against you. It's 60,000, not your car. Would you like it back? 65, he says, it's 65. I'm out. Your car, it's 65,000. The book is out, it's no reserve, it is selling. It is selling to you in the back there at 65. Any further at 65? Do I sell at 65? At 65 then, and selling at $65,000. First chance, $65,000. Second chance, $65,000. Third and final chance at $65,000. 65,000, the number 102. Thank you.
All right, next up we have lot number 10 making its way to the stage. This is a 1916 Studebaker ED6. This Studebaker is in an incredible state of preservation and selling today at no reserve.
Okay. I'll start this one straight off. $4,000 at 4,000. At 4, and selling at 4 if no further. And selling at 4 if no further, at $4,000. The best Studebaker we have today. At 4,000. Do I sell straight in and out at 4,000? At 4,000, and selling. Any further at 4. I'll sell it at 4 if no further, at $4,000. And selling at 4,000 then. 4,200, thank you very much. 4,002, I'm out. It's with you at 4,200. At 4,002 and selling. At $4,200 and selling at 4,002. Going once, twice, third and final. 4,500 in the back. Let's bid a little bit quicker here. At 4,500, yes, no, he says no. No, 4,500 then, at 4,500. I'm selling at 4,500. At 4,500, are we sure it's only a few $100? At 4,500. At 4,500 then, and selling at 4,500. No, sir, 4,800 would be next. At 4,500, yes, no, at 4,500. And your number? 138.
Congratulations, sir. All right, next up, we have lot 109 making its way to the stage. This is a 1932 Nash 1080 Special 8 convertible sedan with coachwork by Siemens. This car is one of only a handful of survivors and previously owned by the Harrah Collection. This car is an older restoration, but in positively striking colors, mechanically recommissioned during present ownership, and it's selling today at no reserve.
All right, quick silver room notice, folks. Please note, The top bows were damaged in transport to the venue and will be repaired at the transport company's expense prior to collection by the buyer. So that top will be fixed prior to receipt. So let's start this one off. How about anywhere? 20,000 only to start me. At 20 only for this. A spectacular machine previously sold at the Tupelo Automobile Museum. 20 only, please. At 15, I have. He said it. I'll take it. 15 at 15,000 and selling. 15, 16, 16. Thank you very much. 16, 17, 20. Thank you. Against you at 20, 22, 22, 25. 22. Do you want 25? 24. Fine. 24. 26 is next. 26, thank you very much. At 26, he's shaking his head. At 26, at 26, you won't see another. At 26,000, the finest purple Nash in the land. At 26,000, at 26, and selling, it's no reserve. At 26. Bid me, please, 26,000, a spectacular machine. Seaman-bodied car here at 26,000. At 26, any further, 26 is still with you at 26. Any further at 26. I'll sell at 26 then, I can't believe this. At 26,000 only. At 26,000, any further at 26. Any further at 26, yes, no, 26,000. At 26,000 then. Last chance at 26. 26,000, your number. 004.
Congratulations, sir. All right, making its way to the stage now is lot 110. This is a 1913 Pope Hartford Model 31 Touring. This car is a longtime resident of California, having done several horseless carriage tours and found to be extremely capable. As all Popes are, this Pope has recently benefited from mechanical refreshing. The Pope Hartford is a fast tour car. The 4-speed transmission makes them fairly long-legged and enjoyable to drive at speeds over 50 miles per hour. This car is selling today at no reserve.
All right, lot 110, folks. Quick sell room notice. Please note, this Pope Hartford is a Model 31, not a Model 33 as catalog. As such, it is believed to be the sole surviving 5-passenger Phaeton. So if you want to buy it, this is your opportunity. And bids take me straight in. I'm already at $42,000. At 42, must be bid. 42,000. At 42 already. At 42. At 42. At 42 only. It's good to be the Pope. Any further at 42. You can do a lot of touring in this car. At 45 online, bidding the modern way. At 45. 45,000 online has it at $45,000. Any further at 45. At $45,000. At $45,000 only for the Pope. At $45,000. Such a deal at 45,000. 45,000 then. Am I selling it at 45,000? Amazing brass car, 45,000. At 45,000 then, I'll start to call it. Going once, 45,000. Going twice, 45,000. Third and final time at only $45,000.
It's a 40, not a 50 horse.
Yes, it's a 40 horse car, not a 50 as a Model 31 would be. It's at 45,000. Any further at 45. The only surviving example of this Model 31 5-passenger Phaeton at 45,000. Are we quiet at 45? Selling to the internet, bidding the modern way at 45,000. The gavel's in the air. 48, we've woken up. 48,000, thank you very much. At 48,000. At 48,000. At 48. Online, there's a few of you out there bidding at $48,000. Any further at 48. At 48,000. This has been running all week. Oh well. It ran most of the time, it got stage fright. At 48,000. At 48,000. I sell at 48 then. At 48,000. Online, are we quiet? At 48,000. One of you has it, but there were two of you out there. At 48,000, going once. At 48,000. 49, fine. 49, moving slow, but 49. 49, bid me quickly, please. At 49. The floor has it at 49. At 49. Any further at 49. 50 online. At 50. At 50. We got to move fast. Yes, at 51. He says 51. Thank you very much. At 51. Against you online. We're moving in ones, but moving swiftly if we're doing it. At 51,000. At 51,000. Selling at 51 then. Online, what say you? Yes, no, at $51,000. Do I sell at 51,000? At 51,000 going once. Going twice. Third and final opportunity at 51,000. 52. He's shaking his head no. At 52,000. Online has it. At 52,000. At $52,000. Any further at 52. Any further at 52. I sell at 52 then. Yes, no at 52,000. It's only $1,000 if you want it at 52,000. Last chance at 52. 52,000. That's 62046.
All right, congratulations to our online bidder at bonhamscars.com. The Pope has now left the building. Moving on to lot 111. This is a 1957 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz convertible. According to Cadillac and LaSalle Club, just 68 Biarritz models are currently known, ensuring immediate exclusivity of this car's fine mid-century opulence. The previous owner treated this car to a multi-year frame-off restoration, and the car is selling today at no reserve.
All right, telephones, are we live here? And we'll start this one off. How about it? 60,000 only. Bid me 60 for this magnificent Cadillac. Only 60 to jump. At 60. At 60 only to start. At 60 only, please. 40. 40 I have. It's 40,000. At 40,000. 40,000. Do I sell at 40? 45. 45,000 against you. What was that? You already have 45. You're going behind me. You got to go up. We don't go down. At 45, yes? Yes, no. It's against you at 45. You don't have 45. 50, thank you. 55. 60. 65. 70. 75. 80. At 80,000, going to a good home. At 80,000, any further at 80,000. 85. He's shaking his head. 85 to the phones. Are we sure? At 85.
Fully restored,
sure?
frame off.
At $85,000. 85 only. It's the Biarritz. It's not a Series 62, folks. At $85,000. 90,000. Thank you very much. 90 seated new bidder. At 90,000. It's against you on the phones, against you here at 90,000. I'm selling then, it's no reserve, I have to sell at 95. It's against you, sir. Nice round number for the accountants then, at 95 against you. Any further? He says no. 95, the phones have it then. Are we sure? It's only a number. At 95,000 and selling at 95. Going once. 95. Going twice. $95,000 and going for the Cadillac at 95,000. The last chance at 95. 95,176.
Congratulations to the winning bidder. Okay, don't worry, if you missed out on that Cadillac, we have another. This is a 1959 Cadillac Series 62 convertible. It's lot 112. This is one of just 11,130 convertibles produced for 1959, having a frame-off restoration in 2007. The car was painted in a two-stage urethane black paint, which sits over red leather, and it's one of the most iconic American cars in existence. Selling today.
All right, thank you very much, appreciate that. And we've got interest, plenty of interest on this one. Takes me straight in at $65,000, straight in at 70. At 70, at 75, 80 against you. At 80, at 80, at 80, at 80, 80,000. 5, thank you very much, 5, it's 5. 90 against you, it's 90. 95, 95. It's $95,000. 95 at 95, 100. Thank you very much. At 100,000 to my right. On the phones at 100,000. At 100. At 100. Any further at 100? Any further at 100? 100. 110. Thank you very much. At 110 back there. Any further? It's against the phones here, against the room at 110. Some thinking time. At 110, it will sell here at 110. Selling at 110 if no further.
Fully restored.
Going once then. The pinnacle of fins here, going twice at 110 over here at 110. Third and final opportunity at 110. Take 5 if it helps. At 110. At 110 and going. At 110, if no further. Online, are we quiet? At 110. 110. 004. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. All right, next up, quite an exciting lot. This is lot 113. This is a 1957 Ford F-Code supercharged Thunderbird convertible. Only 212 F-Code Thunderbirds were built, with just 56 being finished in Raven Black. This car's rarity and beauty wasn't enough. The superb restoration sets it apart from any other example you'll find. The car has an incredible ownership history, its provenance, and this F-Bird was originally bought from the Minters by Jack Roush, the proprietor of Roush Performance and impresario of many Ford racing wins and championships. It's been traded by Roush back to the Minters before being refreshed and acquired by Bernard Furness, the former CEO of Cartier International. Selling today.
There you have it, folks. One of the rare supercharged F-Code T-Birds there. And we'll bring this one. I must start off here. Let's see, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85,000 already. At $85,000. At 85. At 85,000. At 85. At 85,000. 90. Thank you very much. 95 against now. At 95. At 95,000. At 95. At 95,000. Any further? At 95. At 95. 100. 100 now. It's 100. 100,000. At 100,000. At 100,000. Any further at 100? Any further at 100? For the F-Code at 100,000. At 100. Are we quiet? At 100. At 100,000. At 100. 110. Thank you very much. It's 110 here. 110. It's 110,000. I see you there at 110. At 110. At 110. Some thinking time at 110. At 110. At 110. 115 then. 115 against you. $120. It's $120. Not yours anymore. At $120.
Exceptional restoration on this car. Hopefully you've seen it in person. It is phenomenal. This is the finest example you will find of an F-code.
At $120 then, I will sell at $120, if no further. At $120. Are we out then? They're shaking their head. At $120. It's selling, folks. At $120. At $120 only, and selling. At $120,000 for the F-Bird. At $120 going once then. $120 going twice. $120, third and final opportunity, $120,000. $120, 11 is the paddle. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. All right, next up we have lot 114 making its way to the stage. This is a 1966 Chevrolet convertible L72 427 convertible. Numbers matching, top of the line, 425 big block, finished in quite lovely Nassau blue over a white interior, and the matching blue hardtop is included. The car has had the same loving owner for over 15 years and has been owned with care. So this car is selling today at no reserve.
Awesome machine here. As you see it, the hard top is included as well as the white soft top. So we'll start this one off straight in. How about 50 grand only? 50 only for it. At 50, 50, 50 I see. Thank you very much. At 50, at 50, at 50, and 5, and 5, and 5. It's down here at 5 against you. Against you. 60 back there, I see you. At 60, at 60. 65 online. 65 online. Any further? 70,000. Thank you very much. 70,000. At 70. At 70,000. At 70. Standing here at 70. Any further at 70. Online. Are we quiet? At 70. At 70. 75. Is that 75? Say on? 75. There we go. 75. At 75. Against you. 78. I'll take 78. 78,000. At 78 then. 78 here. It matches your color if you want it. At 78,000. At 78,000. Any further at 78? 80. 80 here. Not yours. It's all standing bidders. At 80. Any further at 80? 82. New place. 82. At 82. 85. 85 against you. 88. At 88,000. Lucky eights have it. Any further at 88,000. At 88,000 and selling. Any further at $88,000. At $88,000. Would anyone like to round it up to 90? At $88,000. Selling at $88,000. If no further. At $88,000. At 88. At 88 going once then. At 88,000 going twice. At 88,000. Third and final opportunity at 88,000. Where? 90,000. You nearly had it. At 90,000. 92. He wants it at 92 against you. May I remind you, it is blue at 92,000. At 92,000. Yes? 90? Oh, then it's still 90. It's still his. Was that not a bid? At 90,000. Let's make sure we're bidding actually. At 90,000. Still his at 90. Any further? Yes, no? Is he out? He is out. At 90. I sell then to the front row at 90. If no further, at 90,000. I'm selling at 90. I am selling at 90. If no further, at 90,000. At 90,000 and selling at 90,000. 90,000. Your number, please. Thank you very much. Going to a good home.
Congratulations on the front row. All right, next up, we have lot 115 coming to the stage. A 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda hardtop coupe. This is one of only 652 Hemi Cuda hardtops built in 1970 and has been nicely restored, finished in limelight over black vinyl. And again, engines, numbers matches the chassis. Well optioned, including the light package, elastomeric bumper, front, which includes body-colored racing mirrors, super performance axle package that adds the 9 3/4 Dana axle with shore grip and a taller 4.10 gear ratio. Selling today, lot 115.
All right, Hemi time, folks. Hemi time, here it is. That is very lime green. And we'll start this one off at 150, 160, 170,000, at 170, at 170 only, at 170, at 170, at 170, 180, thank you very much, at 180, 180, at 180, at 180, at 180, 190, 190, thank you very much, at 190, at 190, $190,000, at 190, at 190, at 190, at 190, and 2, and 2, and 200, 200 now, at 200, at 200, at 200, any further at 200, any further at 210, at 210 then, at 210, offer the internet the same please, at 210, at 210, at 210, at 210, are we going, at 210, at 210, at 210. Some thinking time at 210. At 210,000. At 210. Yeah, 220. 220. At 220. At 220,000. At $220,000 for the Hemi. At 220. $225. $225. It's 225. Any further at 225? 230 and 5. At 235. Any further? Any further? At 235. At 235 then, going once. At 235 and going twice. At 235, third and final opportunity at $235,000. At 235. 235, thank you very much, folks.
All right, next up is lot number 116. This is a 1966 Aston Martin DB6 coupe. This is a numbers matching example delivered new to Scotland in the current ownership for over a decade with over $100,000 spent on mechanical preparation for long distance rallying, and it's been repainted and reupholstered during its ownership with a massive dossier of records and receipts, a 3-time great race finisher. No true collection is complete without an Aston DB6. Bid to win, people.
Okay, and we'll start this one off here. DB6 time. Over $100,000 spent on mechanics alone on this car, multiple great race finisher. And we'll bring this one in at 120, 30, 40, 50, 160, at 160,000, at 160, at 160 already, at 160 for the Aston, at 170, thank you very much, at 170, 170 here, 170, at 170, at 170, 180, 180 against you, at 180, at 180. At 180. Yes, no, at 180. At 180,000 then, at 180. At 180. At 180. 190 new place. 190 new place. At 190. At 190. At 190. Coming back now at 190. At 190. 190 for the Aston Martin, as you see it there, right there, at 190. At 190. 200, I see it, 200, thank you very much. 200, right there, at 200. At 200. At 200. At 200, down here, at 200. At 200, any further, at 200. Louis, are you with them there? At 200. At 200. At 200. Any further? At 200. 10. Against you. 20. At 220 now. At 220. Right here, seated. At 220. At 220. At 220. It's yours at 220. It is selling at 220,000. At selling at 220, right here at 220. If no further, I sell at 220. Any further, at 220. Shaking his head at 220. At 220, it's yours. At 220, gavels in the air, folks. Internet, are we quiet? At 220,000, I'm selling at $220,000. 192. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
All right, next up, we have lot 117 making its way to the stage. This is a 1969 Ferrari 365 GT 2+2. This is a numbers matching example, and it stands out an especially attractive and well-documented example of Ferrari's celebrated four-seat Grand Tourer. Chassis number 12215 offers a rare opportunity to secure a documented EU market Ferrari 365 GT 2+2 with mechanical integrity. Selling today.
There you see it, folks. I think it's the Queen Mary, but some think it's the Queen Mother. Either way, it's a phenomenal Ferrari. I've only heard good things about these. The 365 GT. And we'll start this one straight off at $100,000 we're bid. At $100,000 and bid. At $100,000. At 100. At 100 I have. At 100. At 100,000. At 100. At 100. 110. 20 against you. 30. 130 down here. Ahead of you. It's 130 down here. I'll take 5, 135. I offer the same to you, the same online. 130, you want 140? 140, he's bold though. At 140 down here. 145. Against you. It's 145 on the phones, any further? You're here to see it. 150, thank you very much, 150. Where is it, Barry? Okay, 150. 150, any further from the phones? At 150. 152. 155 is next. Yes? 155, ahead of you. It's 155, down here. Any further at 155. At 155, it's down here. Adrian, what say you at 155? At 155. 160, thank you very much. 160. How about 5? 165. At 165, down here. At 165. At 165. 170, new place, 170. $175. It's $175 nearer to me. It's not yours at the high top. At $175. Any further? At $170, $180 now. Yes? 85. 190. I won't stop you from bidding 2 if you want. It saves everyone time. 200, thank you very much. At 200. 192? How about 5? 195, fine. 195, would you like 2, sir? 200,000. At 200. I gave it to him, but I offered it to you, but he took it. So now it's 200 against you. Would you like 5? Or 10? I'm not fussed. 205. 205 down here at 205. That's his last one. So he says, I don't know. At 205. Are you sure? At 205 then. And selling nearer to me. At 205. Last chance. At 205. At 205. There are no new Ferrari dealers that want a blue Ferrari? At 205. At 205 then. And selling at 205. Down she goes. 205 and your number, please. 191.
Congratulations, sir. All right. Lot number 118 is making its way to the stage now. This is a 2000 Rolls-Royce Corniche 5. At the time of its release, the Corniche was the most expensive Rolls-Royce on offer. When the last Corniche rolled off the production line in August 2002, a total of only 374 were ever built. This one was delivered new to the USA and presents today as it was delivered when new, selling today at no reserve.
All right, there you see it, folks. I think Deborah Vance drives one of these in hacks. So here we go, a rare car, and we'll start this one straight off. Only 60. 60 I have. It's 60,000. Already bid. Let's see some hands. It's 60,000. 65. 70 against you. 75. It's 75. I'm out. Your car. 75. Any further? It's 75 only. At 75. 80. 80,000 against you. At 80. Against you. 80,000. I'll sell to you then at 80. Seated there. At 80,000. Any further at 80? 5. 85 now. At 85. Down here. Any further at 85. 85. 90,000 he says. At 90. At 90. Against you in the front then. At 90. Going to the biggest state except for one right now. At 90,000. At 90,000. 95. 95 in the back. Against you now. 100. 100. At 100,000. Any further at 100. It's yours right now. Any further at 100. It's not yours. It's no one else's. It's just his right now at 100,000. I will sell at 100. It's no reserve. I am selling at 100, if no further. At 100, I'll take 5 if it helps. At 100,000. At 100 and selling. Going once then at 100,000. Going twice at $100,000. Third and final opportunity, $100,000. Down she goes, 100, your number please. Wrong auction company.
All right. Coming to the stage, we have lot 119.
197, thank you very much.
Again, lot 119 making its way to the stage. This is a 1997 BMW 850 Ci. This is the final year production of the E31 for North America, with just 1,218 examples being produced worldwide. A rare car indeed, selling today at no reserve.
There you have it. Does this have a V12?
V12 powered, V12
Wow.
powered.
All right, V12. V12 time, folks, BMW V12. We'll start this one off. 20 for it, please. Bid me 20 only. 20 for the BMW. It's got to be worth that all day at 20. Someone bid me 20. Hands in the air, please, at 20. Someone at 20. Yes, no at 20.
The factory wheels are also
20.
included.
Thank you very much. 20.
Factory
At 20.
wheels included.
I think that's a 5.
5? No, you got to go up here. Then I'm going to start with 12 at 12,000. At 12, 13 then, fine, 13. At 13,000, I'll sell at 13 if no further. I'll sell it at 13 if no further. 13 to my bidder here. At that's it. That's it. 14 online. Against you. $15. It's 15 here, online. What do you say? At 15,000 in the room. At 15, any further at 15 or do I sell? 16 online. Are you sure? It's not a lot of money here. 16,000 then. I'll sell at 16. Any further at 16? Any further at 16,000 for the 850 Ci. At 16,000. Going once then, 16. Twice, 16. Are you sure? At $16,000. I sell at 16 if no further at 16,000. 16,000, and that's to 6265.
Congrats to the online bidder. All right, making its way to the stage next, we have lot 120. This is the 1970 Maserati Indy with coach work by Vignale. This car was originally delivered new to Mexico City and eventually made its way to the United States. The Grand Tour is fitted with air conditioning, power steering, alloy wheels, power windows, and an AM/FM radio. This is one of just 364 Indy 4700s produced, although it has been upgraded to the 4.9-liter motor. This is an exceptional example, finished in Azzurro Hyperion over black and selling today at no reserve.
All right, folks, definitely my favorite Maserati, named after a city in Indiana. And a lovely car, check it out. That is a cool-looking machine. You won't see another here today. We'll start this one off. How about 30 only? How about 30 only? 30 only for the Maserati. 30 only for the Indy. Indy time. For 30. 20. 20 I'll take. Fine. 20. 20. 20. 22. Is that a bid? Yes, it is. It's 22. 20. 25. 25. Fine. 30. That saves me time. At 30. Back to where I wanted to be. At 30. Any further at 30. 32. At 32. Down here. Any further? It's no reserve. It's got to sell at 32,000. Down here and seated. Not yours standing. At 32,000. At $32,000. 35 online. Thank you very much. Online has it. I have 35 online. 38, please. 38. Thank you very much. At 38. It's against you online at 38. 40. At 40,000. Down here now. At 40,000. At $40,000. 42 online. Against you, it's ahead of you. If you bid faster, you'll beat this. 45 online. They're very quick with their clicking. At 45 online, bidding the modern way. He's sitting down. 48 online. It's a lot of online now. At 48, all online at 48,000. Feel free to jump back in the room. You're here at $48,000. 48,000. 48,000. At 48,000. At $48,000. I can't think of a better Indy here. At 48,000. At 48,000. At 50,000 online. Online has it at 50. At 50. At $50,000. At 55 online. Still with you at 55. Online, there's several of you in cyberspace clicking away at $55,000. You don't even need to wear pants to bid online. At $55,000. At $55,000. I will sell at 55. If no further, it's a no reserve car. It has to go at 60 online. At 60,000. 60,000 now. 60,000 online. 65. All online. You're welcome to join in, room. You've come here at $65,000. At 65,000. At 65. At $65,000. The online bidder has it right now. At 65, it's yours online. At 65,000, 70,000 still online. It's all online. One of them is getting ready to go and get a celebratory drink from the refrigerator when they're done. At $70,000. At 70,000. At 70,000 and selling. Am I all done at 70? I'm going to start to call it. Going once at 70,000. Going twice at $70,000. $75,000. We'll speed it up a little bit. Going once at 75,000. Going twice at 75,000. Fair warning at $75,000 and off at 75,000. Yes, no online at 75. 75, 6191.
All right, congrats to the online bidder. Next up, we have quite an exciting lot. This is lot 121, a 1975 Porsche 911 Carrera 2.7 sunroof coupe. Offered here is a rare and highly original example of the 1975 Porsche 911. Delivered new as a US spec car to southern United States, this car is immediately distinguished by its paint-to-sample green livery and audacious and seldom seen hue that captivates in every light. The vibrant exterior is tastefully paired with its highly original cinnamon leather interior. One of just 395 US market Carrera coupes built that year and confirmed as production number 287, this car is selling today.
All right, there you see it. Lovely green machine here. Actually paint to sample, which is pretty cool. It was to sample, not to the catalog. And we'll start this one off. Bids may take me straight in at 70,000. 70, 75, 75, 75. An 80 against you. An 80 against you. It's against you at 80. Against you at 85. I see that. 5. Thank you very much. 5. It's 5. 75, 85, sorry, 85. Here at 85. 90 online. 90 online. It's online at 90. Any further? Are you sure? Take another look. It's up here at 90,000. Online has it at 90,000. At 90,000. Any further at 90. At 90. 90,000. 95 then. 95. Against you at 95. You can come back in. It's a nice round number, easy for the accountants. 95,000. At 95,000. At 95. At 95,000. At 95. At 95. At 9. How about 98? Keep it easy here for the 98,000. At 98,000. 98,000 on the phones. $98,000 then. Online, it's not yours. It's not yours down here. Not yours back there. At 98,000. Yes, no, at 98. At 98,000. At 98. 100 now. Can I have 5, please, is the next. It's 100 now. It's 100 at 100,000 then. At 100, at 100,000. Any further at 100? Any further at 100? No further at 100. Are we out online at 100? If no further, at $100,000, 100,000. 100, thank you very much.
All right. Next up, we move further ahead in years. We have lot 122 making its way to the stage. This is a 1997 911 Turbo. 993 Turbo represents a rare and highly desirable opportunity and authentically preserved US spec 993 Turbo in correct black Schwartz over black leather, presented in a time capsule condition with a well-documented continuous service history, and was most recently serviced by Foreign Affairs. With just over 55,000 miles recorded from new, this example resides solidly in the uppermost echelon of preserved, well-kept 993 turbos. Comprehensive records, including the full Carfax chronology with major service intervals and a curated maintenance file, travel with the car and strengthen its base as the ultimate collectible 993. Selling today.
Okay, there it is, the 993 Turbo. And we've got interest straight in at 160, 170, 180, 180. We're already at 180, at 180,000. 180 straight in for the sinister black Turbo at 180, at 180, at 180,000, at 180, at 180, at 180, 180, 190. Thank you very much. 190, 190. It's 190. 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 200,000, $200,000 at 200 against, at 200. Any further at 2. 10, 10, 210. 210. Any further at 210. 210. Internet, feel free to jump in at any time at 210. At 210. At 210. 215. I will take that. At 215. On the phones. At 215. At 215. At 215. 20. I will. 225. At 225. At 225. At 225. At 225. I will sell at 225. I will sell at 225. If no further, at 225, the car is in the market. It is selling at 225,000. What do we think? Any further at 225? No, they decided no. At 225 then. At 225, selling to my telephone here. Ian on the phone then at 225 and going at 225. 225. 260 is the number.
Making its way to the stage now is lot 123. Much more contemporary. This is a 2026 Porsche 911 GT3 Touring. Striking slate gray Nero exterior over exclusive guards red leather interior, showing just 19 miles from new, fully loaded. This car has the front axle lift, rear seats, ceramic composite brakes, high gloss calipers, and exclusive design taillights. Highly sought after, combining GT3 understated elegance and selling today.
All right then, GT3 time, touring time, elegant and understated, especially in slate gray. We'll start this one off straight in at 210, 20, 230 already, at 230, 230,000 only, at 230, at 230, at 230 only, 240, thank you very much, at 240, it's 240 down here, 240, at 240, at 240, 250, 260, 270, 280, it's 280, it's 280, any further, 280, at 280, 290, 300, at 300, at 300, at 300, he's shaking his head, 300, no, 300, any further, 310, new place. At 310 then. At 310. 320? 15, I'll take 15. 315. At 315. 320 then. At 320. $25 and 30 straight back. He's out. At 330 then.
Just 19 miles. New car.
At 330, any further at 330. 35, where is 35? 335, new place. 335. At 335. It's 335. At 335. What do we think? What do we think? At 335. At 335. It's going to a new home at 335. It'll be your car at 335. Are you sure you want him to have it though? Are you sure you want him to have it? At 335. I'm selling at 335. Going once. At 335. Going twice. At 335. Last chance here. At 335. He's out at 335. Selling you at 335. 004. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to the high top. Making its way to the stage now is lot 124. This is a 1972 Mercedes-Benz 350 SL Roadster with hardtop. This is a rare first-year example of the R107 Series SL, which has the same engine as the 280 SE 3.5. The SL was driven by the present owner on the Great Race and has been carefully prepared for long-distance rallying. A reported $30,000 to $40,000 was spent on mechanical preparations and a reupholstered interior to bring this car to tip-top shape. A matching hardtop is included. Showing nicely today, it would make a fine entry for any number of tours, including the Copper State 1000 or Going to the Sun. Selling today at no reserve.
All right, Fantastic. Launching right on, R107 time. Perfect for brunch and mimosa yellow. We'll bring this one in. How about it? 10,000 only. 10,000 only. I see a hand at 10. At 10. I see you at 10. At 10,000 and selling. At 10,000 and selling. Any further at 10 or I sell. Any further at 10 or I sell. 11. 11. 12. Is that 12? 12. 13. 14. 14. 15, 16, 16 here, selling at 16 if no further. At 16,000 I sell. At 16,000 I'm selling at 16. First chance at 16. Second chance, he's sitting down at 16,000, I'm selling at 16. At 16,000 and selling at $16,000. It's going to be your car at 16 if no further. If no further at 16, yes, no at 16. Yes, no at 16 and selling at 16,000. No, 17 please. Selling at 16 if no further at 16,000. No, no, 16. 127. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. All right. Don't let the raindrops get in your way. Come on. Coming to the stage is lot 125. This is a 1967 Mercedes 280 SL, presented here in an exceedingly charming example of the W113 Series SL. It was ordered from the factory in paint code 903H, the blue paint that we see here, and it has a matching hardtop. Inside you have navy MB text. It's a European market example and was fitted with a left side mirror and has the desirable 3-speed automatic transmission. Selling today at no reserve. Lot 125.
All right, wonderful. Now on a W113 time, no reserve and unrestored. We'll bring this one in. How about 30,000 only? At 30. 30 only, please. Hands in the air. 30,000 only, please. 30 only for this. 30 only. Someone bid me 30. Someone bid me 30. Someone bid me 30. I'm going to start at 20. 30, fine, 30, fine, 30, 30, saving time, 30. Thank you very much, 30. It's worth more than 10 anyways. At 30, at 30, at 30, 30,000. Your car, selling at 30. Any further at 30. Any further at 30. Such a deal. 31, fine, 31. Move it along though, please. 32, 32, 32 against you. 33, 33, 33. It's too late. You got to move up, not in the same direction here. 33 already. 33. Yours at 33. I see you at 33. 34. Thank you very much. 34. 35. Back here. 35. 38. I like it. Moving along at 38. At 38. 40. 40 here. I heard him first. 40 against you and against you. It's 40. 42. It's 42. Any further? Twos, please. At 42. 44. Thank you very much. 44. 46. 46 on the phones against you. It's 46. 46,000 selling to the phones. At 46,000. I'll sell then at 46,000, going once. 46,000, going twice. 46,000, third and final opportunity at $46,000. 46,000. Your number, please, Ian. Ian, the number. Ian, the number. 260, thank you.
All right, next up, we have lot 126. This is a 1957 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster. It's accompanied by its Daimler-Benz delivery documentation invoice. The car was delivered new as an EU spec car from Stuttgart on the 31st, a 1957. An exceptionally early example, which is now finished in beautiful tan over red interior. This is the 85th Roadster built, so again, a very early example, selling today.
All right, 300 sell time, 300 sell time, folks. And we'll bring this one in, straight in. Got to start me off here. 500 already, 500,000 only, 500, 500, 500, 550 now, at 550, at 550, at 550, 550, at 550, and 600 now, and 600, and 600, and 600, and 600, and 50, and 650, and 650, 650, 650, 7, thank you very much, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 7. 750, thank you very much, 750, 750. 780. It's 780. Only for the 300 SL, 780. I'll take 790. It's 790. 790 now. At 790. At 790. 790. Well, it's too late. You got to go up. At 790. 800. I like that. At 800. At 800. At 800. Any further? Online or we quiet? At 800. At 800. And 10. And 20. 820. And 30. And 40. And 50. $855. It's $855. At $855. I'm selling at $855. At $855 and selling. Any further at $855. It's in the market, folks. At $855. $855 only for this 1957 300 SL. So many events you can do with it. At $855. If you're a Packers fan or a University of Oregon fan, you can paint it your team colors. At $855. It would be original in that way. At $855. I will sell at $855,000. Going once at $855. Going twice at $855. Third and final chance at $855,000. Sold the car, $855,004.
Congratulations, sir. All right, next up we have lot 127. This is a 1955 Porsche 356A 1500 Speedster. Finished from new in the seldom seen Speedster Blue. This car retains its factory correct livery. Excuse me, presented today in a superlative high-level restoration, faithful to the original tone. You have a numbers matching engine and gearbox as certified by the Porsche Classical Technical Certificate and Factory Cardex. A US spec example, this car is selling today.
All right, here it is, folks. Here it is. Bids take me straight in at 220, 50, 250. It's 250. 250 is bid. At 250, at 250, 280, 300 against you. At 300, at 300 against you now. At 300, 320 he says. 320, at 320, 350 straight back though. At 350, at $350,000. At 350, at 350, at 350. At 350, against you, at 350, at 350, any further at 350, any further at 350, any further at 350, at 350, 380 now, at 380, at 380,000, at 380, at 380,000, At $380,000. At 380. Thank you very much. At 380. At 380. At 380. At 380. 90. 390. 390. At $390,000. At $390,000. At $390,000. At $390,000. And this is the original color, yeah?
Correct. Speedster blue, quite rare.
Original Speedster blue Porsche. At 390. Any further at 390.
Just 62 miles since full restoration and covered in PPF.
At 390,000. There's plenty of red ones. I've seen few blue ones, especially this pretty. At $390,000. At 390. At 390,000. At 390. At 390. At 390 then. Any further at 390. Any further at 390. At 390 going once. 390 going twice. 390, third and final chance at $390,000. $390, thank you very much.
Next up is lot 128. This is a 1968 Shelby GT500 convertible. This is the big block powered Ultimate Mustang in candy apple red over black vinyl interior and top, equipped with new power steering, brakes, and extra cooling package, and showing just 82,000 miles, which are believed to be original. Accompanied with owner's manual and Marty report, and Shelby 10-spoke wheels and Lucas fog lamps. Selling today, lot 128.
All right, there you see it, folks. GT500 time. GT500 phones, are we live at? And we'll bring this one in at $75,000. At $75,000. At 75, 75, 80,000. At 80, thank you very much. 80,000. At 85, 85 now. 85, 85, 85. 90 online. 90 online. It's 90 online. 95, 95. It's 95. Online, are we coming back? 95. It's 95. Any further at 95. At 95. At 95. 95,000. 95. At 95,000. With Louis at 95,000. At 95,000. $100. Offer him 5 if it helps. $102.5. $102.5. Against you. 102.5. Any further? At 102.5. He's shaking his head at 102.5. It's your car then at 102.5. Any further at 102.5. At 102.5 then, and selling at 102.5 to the gentleman in the back at 102,500 at 102.5 and going at 102.5. Down she goes, 102.5, 277, is that the number?
Congratulations, sir. Next up, lot 129, making its way to the stage. This is a 2010 Bentley Azure convertible featuring the venerable 6 3/4 liter V8, showing just under 6,700 miles, finished in beluga over linen hides with a black soft top. The original MSRP was over $354,000, and it's selling today at no reserve.
All right, quick sale room notice. Please note, this vehicle is a 2009 model year. Also, due to Arizona emission laws, this vehicle may only be sold to an out-of-state resident for use outside of Arizona or to a licensed automotive dealer. If you missed the Corniche, now is your opportunity to buy the Bentley version. Bids take me straight in at 60,000. I have at 60,000, starting at 60 already. At 60, at 60,000. 60,000 is bid at 60. 570 against you. It's 70,000, not yours. 5 online. Online has it. 75. Online bidder. 80,000. 80,000 still online. 89, 85 online. 85. 85. 85. 90 online. 95 still online. Room, feel free to jump in, but currently it's all online at 95,000. At 95,000. 100 online, still with the online bidders at $100,000. At 100. 100,000. $100,000 online at 100,000. Offer them 5 if it helps. At 100,000. At 100,000 to the room as well. At 100,000. At 100,000. Don't be scared because it's met the estimate here. At 100,000. At 100,000. It's no reserve. It's selling, folks. At $100,000. At $100,000. Going once then. At $100,000 going twice. What is that? 1/3 of the original price? At 100,000. Third and final opportunity. At 100,000. Phones, are we out? At 100,000 and selling 100,000, and that is 26195.
Congrats to the online bidder at bonhamscars.com. All right, next up we have lot 130 making its way to the stage. This is a 1996 Hummer H1 4-door hardtop pickup truck. This car has celebrity provenance as it was the last car ever purchased by rapper Tupac Shakur. With just 10,000 original miles, this car will survive the zombie apocalypse or your drive through Inglewood, California. All right, Eric, all eyes on you.
All right, who wants some California dreaming, folks? I think those are about the extent of the things I can say that are appropriate. And we'll bring this one in, straight in. I have to jump at 200,000. At 200,000 already. At 200 I have 200. At 200,000. 200. 200. 200,000 to live like a rap legend. At 200. 220. 50 against. And 250. It's 250,000. 250. 250. At 250. 280 online. 280 online. Thank you very much. 280 online. 280 online. 280 online. 3 against. 300. Compton, where are you at? Oakland, where are you at? At 300. At 300,000. At $300,000. At 300,000. At 300,000. At 320 online. At 320. At 320. At 320. 350 they say though. At 350. At 350. At 350. Against you online. Against you online. I can only assume you're bidding from somewhere in California. At $350,000. At 380,000. At 380. At 380,000. The online bidder has it. 400 now. There's 2 of you in cyberspace. At 400. At 400. At $400,000 for Tupac's last car that he ever owned. At 400. At $400,000, I think he would say this is much safer than a 7 Series BMW. At 400,000. At $400,000. 400 for Tupac's last car. I will sell at 400 if no further. I will sell it at 400 if no further. Offer them 10 if it helps. 10 if it helps. At 400 online, you have it, but it's against a few of you in cyberspace. At $400,000. At 400,000. 410. 410. It is selling, folks. It is finding a new home. At 410. At $410,000. At 410. At 410, any further online? At 410, the room, you're welcome to join. At 410, at $410,000. At 410. A piece of history, folks, at 410,000. I'll sell it for 10 then, if no further. Are we quiet? Other online bidder, since one of you already has it, at 410. I'm going to start to call it going once then. At 410. The track is ending at $410,000. No DJ Khaled, there will not be another one on this one. At $410,000 and selling 410. Thank you very much. Pedal 5010.
Thank you, Eric, for that. All right. Next up, we have lot 131 making its way to the stage. This is a 2003 Lamborghini Murciélago. One of only 424 gated 6-speed manuals produced in 2003, finished in Nero Pegaso over Nero Perseus leather, and recent service included throttle body cleaning and synchronizing, and the AC system was charged. The car also features an upgraded exhaust, so you can really enjoy the V12 soundtrack. Selling today, lot 131.
All right, Lambo time here. Went from one sinister black machine to another one. And we've got lots of interest in this. Plenty of interest. Takes us straight in at 350,000. I am off at 350 for the Murciélago with a manual transmission. You get to row your own on this one, folks. At 350,000. At 350. 380. 380 now. At 380. At 380. At 380. At 380. At 380. At 380, 380, at 380, 400, thank you very much, at 4, at 400 then, at 400, at 4, at $400,000, at 4, at 4, at 400,000, at 4, 10, 410, at 410, at 410, online are we quiet, at 410, at 410, at $410,000. At 410, this one comes with 3 pedals. At $410,000. At 410. At 410. $420. $420. Some thinking time. At 420. At 420. Tupac didn't own this, but he might have if he had lived long enough. At 420,000. I'll start to call it then at 420. 420 going once. At 420,000 going twice. At 420, 425. At 425. 425, seated here at 425. Any further? At 425. $430. At 430 then, are you sure? Are you sure? At 430. At 430 then, at 430. Any further at 430. Any further at 430. He's shaking his head at 430,000 then. At 430. 430, thank you very much. 430.
All right, next up is lot number 132. This is a 1987 Alpina B7 Turbo 3. With fewer than 60,000 miles, this car is highly original. When acquired by its current owner in 2002, over $14,000 was spent on a significant maintenance overhaul. This car is ready to go and selling today at no reserve.
All right, a sale room notice that's quite fortuitous. After further research, we can confirm that this car, as an Alpina B7 Turbo /3, is based on the E28 M5, fitted with a prepared S38 B35 engine producing an estimated 400 horsepower and 380 pound-foot of torque. Only 25 B7 Turbo Stroke 3s, 21 automatics, and 4 manuals were made exclusively for the Japanese market. Initiated by Nico Renke, founder of Nicole Racing. This car is believed to be the prototype that was commissioned exclusively for Nico. There you have it, no reserve, folks. Awesome sedan here. Bids take me straight in. I'm not going to waste any time here. 65,000, 65, 65, 70 now, 70 now, 5 now, 75. It's 75 already. 75,000 at 75, 80, 80,000, 80 down here at 80,000, 85 now at 85, at 85, down here in front at 85, 90, 90, thank you very much, at 90, against you, at 90, any further, 100,000, back there, thank you very much. To a good home if it stays there at 100, at 100,000. Any further? Room, phone, what do you say? At 100, at 100, at 100,000. 110 online. Online has it. 110. You want it back? At 110 against you. At 110. I'll take 15 if it helps. At 110. 115 he says. At 115. At 115. At 115. Online any further? 115 or do I sell? This will outrun an E28 M5 any day of the week. At 115. At 115 and selling. At 115 and selling, if no further. At 115. I'll sell the car then at 100. 120. Thank you very much. 120. Back to you. Do you want it back at 120? Seated there. Any further? 125. No. 125 then. It's here, not yours, at 125 and selling at 125. Are you sure? Is that a silver Derringer in your hand? Just one bullet in the chamber at 125 and selling at $125,000. 125.
Congratulations, sir.
Your number. I know who it is, but I need your number.
Paddle number, please.
I know who it is. That's fine. Just go see the client services staff. They'll take care of you, okay? Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Next up, this is quite an exciting lot. This is lot 133. A 1989 Porsche 930 Turbo Coupe. Matching number, engine, and transmission as affirmed by the Porsche Certificate of Authenticity with just 408 original miles. A true time capsule. This is one of the final 51 produced, selling today at Bonhams Cars here in Scottsdale.
Okay, practically new Porsche time. Practically new. This is a time machine. We get to go back to 89 and buy it from the dealer here. And bids take me straight in. I got to start off right here. No wasting time. 400,000 already. It's 400. At 400 already. At 400. At 400. And 400. 20 then. At 420. 420. 420. And 50. And 50. 420. 450 now. 450. 450. 80 now. 480. 480. Different place. 480. 480. What say you online? At 480. At 480. At 480. A new car. At 480. At 480. At 480. At 480. 485. 485. I'll take that. 485. 485. 485. 485. 90.
408 original miles on this 930 turbo.
$490. Is that a bid? 490. 490. And 5. Ahead of you. And 5. Let's bid in tens now, please. Keep it in tens. Next bid is 510. At 500. $10. Phones, are we quiet? At 510 then.
You won't find another one nicer than this, people.
At 510. At 510, then I'll start to call it at 510. At 510 going once. At 510 going twice. At 510,000, third and final opportunity at $510,000. 510, thank you very much.
All right, next up is lot 134. This is a 1986 Porsche 911 Carrera Coupe. Delivered new as a US spec car, it's been preserved in its original Guards red paint over black leather interior with a confirmed original and unrestored mileage of just 20,829 miles. Documented history featuring original manuals and extensive supporting paperwork. This car is selling today here at Bonhams Cars.
All right, we're on lot 134 here. And we'll jump straight in at 60,000, 60,000, at 60 only, and 5, and 5, and 70 against you, and 70, 80? Great, saves me time. 80,000, 80,000, 80,000 against you, at 80,000, 85, 85, 95, 100, 100. It's 100 back here. It's 100 here. Any further at 100? Any further at 100? 1025. 105. It's 105. Standing right there, 105. What do we think, Alan? 107.5. 110. Remind your bidder the car is selling at 110. I'll sell at 110 then, if no further, at 110. 102.5, 112.5, sorry. 115. If we're going in small increments, we can go a little more quickly. At 115, against you, yes or no? At 115, it's selling at 115. Any further at 115. Gavels in the air at 115. Decision time. Going once at 115. Going twice at $115,000. Third and final chance at 115. It's selling at 115. It was selling at 110 and 112 too. At 115 it's selling. Does that change his mind? But it's not selling to him. At $115,000, yes, no. At 115. Sold, 115. Your number, please. 190, thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. All right, next up we have lot 135 making its way onto the stage. This is a 1963 Porsche 356B 1600 Super T6 Cabriolet. This car is matching engine and transmission number per the certificate of authenticity. It's in its period correct signal red over black leather and a very faithful restoration by CRC Rods Classic and Jimmy's CRC Rods Classics. Selling today.
All right, folks. 356 time. There you see it. T6. We'll start this one off straight in at 100. Straight in at 100. I have 100. It's 100 already. 100 now at 100. At $100,000. At 100,000. At 100. At 100,000. At $100,000. At 100. Phones, are we live? At $100,000. At 100. At 100. At 100. Can I have 10, please? At 100. At 100,000. $10 ahead of you. It's 110, not yours. 110. 110. 110. Any further? 110. 120? Well, it's already 110, so we got to go up. 115 down here ahead of you. Any further? 120. $125. 125. 125. Seated. 125. It's against you here, sir. It's against you on the phones, against you back there at 125. At 125. I'm selling at 125. 130. 130. 35. 40. Not yours. It's 140. How about it? 5. 'Selling at 145 then, if no further, at 145. Do I sell at 145? Gavels in the air at 145. At 145, yes, no, come on now, at 145. Final call, 145,000. Online's quiet, 145. 145, your car. And your number is 197. Thank you very much.
Congratulations in the room. All right, next up we have quite an exciting lot. This is lot 136, the 1956 Ferrari 250, GT low roof coupe. This is one of only 68 250 GT low roof coupes finished by coach builder Boano. This one was delivered new in Italy and owned in period by ATS Automobili principal Giorgio Bili, and has had only 2 owners in the past 42 years. Selling today here in Scottsdale.
All right, quick note, title's in transit on this car. That's your sale room notice. Otherwise, this is your ticket to ride. You can do just about any event you've ever wanted to do in this car. Ferrari 250 time. We'll start this one off. Bid straight in at $400,000. At 400, straight in at 400. At 400, it's off to the races at 400. At 400,000. At 400. At 400. Phones, are we live? At 400. At 400. At 400. At 400,000. At 400. 20 now. Thank you very much. And 420. And 420. And 420. 420. In line at 500. Thank you very much. At 500. At 500. At 500,000. At 500,000 for the 250 GT Boano. At 500. At $500,000. At 500. At 500,000.
Fresh off of a 5-year restoration completed only in December of last year.
At $500,000, still has its original engine. At 500,000, documentation from new at 500,000. At $500,000. At 500. At 500. At 500. At 500,000. It's quiet right now at 500. At 500. At 500,000. 10. 510. It's 510 now. At 510. At 510. At 510. At 510. Anything further at 510. At 510. Phones, are we live at 510? At 510. At $510,000. At 510,000. At 510,000 only. At 510. At $510,000. At $510,000. $520. $520. At $520. $530. $530. $535. $535. At $535,000. Any further at $535,000. At $535,000. Are we quiet at $535? At $535,000. At $535,000. At $535 then. At $535, fair warning, at $535. Going once at $535,000. Going twice at $535,000. Third and final opportunity at $535,000. $535, thank you so much.
All right, next up we have lot 137. This is a 1937 Riley 15/6 boat tail special, a stunning prepared vintage racer and rally car featuring a double overhead cam inline 6 engine with 3 carburetors, the 4-speed pre-select transmission and semi-elliptic leaf spring suspension. Over $40,000 in mechanical services are documented with Blue Diamond Riley Services in the UK. This car is ready to go and selling today.
Quick sale room notice, of course, this Riley has the unique double underhead cam, not overhead cam. There it is. Amazing tour car. Has done the great race. No, Colorado Grand most recently in September. And we'll start this one off straight in. 30 only. 30,000 only. 30,000 only we have. 32, 5 against you. 35. It's 35. 35,000. Not yours. At 35,000. At 35,000. It's selling all the way at $35,000. At 35. 38. 38,000. 38 down here at 38,000. At 38,000. 40,000. At 40,000. 42. $42,000. At 42,000. At 42,000. At 42,000 and selling. It's no reserve. It must find a new home at $42,000. At 42. Are we out? At 45 online. Ahead of you online at 45. 48 they say. Quickly in the room at 48,000. At $48,000. At 48. At $48,000. At $48,000. At 48. 48,000 here. Against you online. Against you on the phones at 48,000. 50 on the phones, ahead of you online. 55, he says straight back. At $55,000, seated. Against you online, against you on the phones. It's $55,000. He's here, he had to wear pants. They're not here, I don't know if they're wearing pants. At $55,000. At 55,000. Any further? Online, phones. Any further? At $55,000. Do I sell? At 55. I'll take 58. At 58,000. Would you like 60? Are you sure? It's 58,000 then. 60, please. At 58,000 then. Online, 60s to you if you'd like it. At 58,000. At $58,000. And selling then at $58,000. At 58,000 and selling, if no further, 60. 60. Selling at 60. Any further, Ian? At 60,000. Fair warning. At 60,000. We've got plenty left. At 60,000. Yes or no? At $60,000. At $60,000. Going once. 2, please. Going twice. Third and final at 60,000. Yes, no at 60,000. 60,000. 122 is the number. Thank you so much for your bidding.
Congratulations. All right, coming to the stage next, we have lot number 138. This is a 1965 Ford Mustang convertible, selling at no reserve. This is nicely presented, equipped with an A-code 289 V8, desirable factory options, an American pony car icon, finished in Wimbledon white over red leather interior. The recipient of older restoration work, it still presents nicely today, selling at no reserve.
All right, there you have it, folks. Mustang time. I think this is the last Mustang we have. And we'll jump in at 22,000 already. It's 22 bid, 22,000. Saving time at 22. It's 22, 25. 25 back there. Thank you very much. 28, 28,000. At 28,000. Any further? At 28,000. At 28,000. At 28,000. 28 here. It's against you. At 28,000. Any further? At 28,000. He's shaking his head. At 28,000. I'll sell it 30 then, yes? 30,000. 30,000. Seated. 30,000. What was that? 31? Fine. 31. 31. 31. Against you. It's 31, not yours in the black, at $31,000. Against you. At 31. It's yours there. Going to a good home in the far upper left corner of the country at 31,000. At 31,000. Any further at 31. Any further at 31. I'll sell at 31. 32. 32. Back in at 32. At 32,000. If you like palindromes, go for 33. At 32,000. 33,000 behind, new bidder. 33,000, new place. At 33,000. Against you seated. Also against you seated. Standing bidder now at 33,000. Any further. Any further. 33 standing. Any further seated at 33. I am selling at 33 then. Going once at 33,000. Going twice at $33,000. Third and final chance at $33,000. 102 is the number. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. All right, next up we have lot 139 making its way onto the stage. This is a 1966 Chevrolet Corvette 427 convertible. Has a powerful L72 big block, sleek black on black livery. It's a wonderful restored example showing just 74,000 miles, loaded with many options, and it has the desirable 4-speed manual transmission. Great for rallies and tours, and selling today at no reserve.
No reserve. Start again. Straight in. 50,000. It's 50,000. I have 55. Thank you very much. At 5. 55. Back there. 55. Your bid. You don't have to bid against yourself. It's already yours. At 55,000. At 55. Yours at 55 seated. At 55. 60 over here. I see you there seated as well. At 60,000. At 60. Any further at 60. Any further at 60. That could have. All right, 65. I see you there. 65. 70, they say, straight back. At 70. Against you, against you. 75. 75. Any further. In the back at 75. At 75. Not yours seated, not yours over here at 75. 80,000, they say. At 80,000. 82. 82,000. I'll take that at 82. 85. 85. 85. The next bid is very lucky in many cultures at 85,000. How about it? At 85. At 85 then, selling to my seated bidder, not to the standing bidder, at 85,000. At 85,000. Gavels in the air at 85,000. If no further, at $85,000. At 85,000. I'll sell the car at 85. At 85, here and going. If no further, 85 going once. 85. Going twice. 85. Third and final chance. 85. 162 is the number. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to you, sir. All right, next up we have lot 140. This is a 1970 Mercedes-Benz 280 SL Pagoda, an original example of the W113 series. This 1970 SL is finished in its factory-correct light beige, complemented by a striking forest green interior, confirmed number-matching engine and gearbox per factory data card and documentation, beautifully preserved undercarriage, and authentic features including spot welds and fender notches. Selling today here at Bonhams Cars.
All right, straight in, 60,000 I've got. 60 already. It's 60. 60 is bid. It's 60 only. It's $60,000 only. 5 online, 70 against you. It's 70 against you. It's 70. It's 70. 70,000. 5. On the phones. 75. Right there. 75. Any further at 75. 75. At 75. At 75. 75. 80. $80,000. $80,000 for this W113. 80,000. Any further at 80,000. How about 85, please? $85,000. It's $85,000 right there at $85,000. At $85,000. Any further? At $85,000. At $85,000. Well, the problem is that's below where we are right now. We're at 85. We go up in these auctions. At $85,000. At $85,000. I'll take 88 if you'd like it, but it's 85 right now. Would you like 88, sir? At $85,000. 88? He says yes. At 88,000. It's against you now. At 88,000. At $88,000. Alan, any further? $90,000. It's 90 now. 90. Sir, it's not your car anymore. Do you want it back? At $90,000. It's selling at $90,000. It's selling at $90,000. Do you want it to sell to the phone, or would you like to sell it to you in the room here? At $90,000. I will sell the car. You're looking at the wrong person if you're looking at him. At $90,000 and selling. I'm selling at 90 then. Selling the car, $90,000. If no further, yes, no. $90,000. At 90. 90, down she goes. And your number, please. Ellen. Ellen, the number. 176, thank you.
All right, next up. On stage is lot 141. This is a 1997 Porsche 993 Carrera 4S Coupe. This is a Canadian market example, rarely found with the Technic package and hi-fi sound system. Finished in striking and factory correct Arctic silver with black leather with Turbo S front and rear spoilers. Desirably equipped with this package, and it also has a documented service history with 9 recorded maintenance events, the most recent being in December 2025. Throughout its life, this has enjoyed the benefit of high quality care, and it's selling today here in Scottsdale.
All right, and we'll bring this one straight in. 1, 10, 20, 30, 130,000. Straight in at $130,000 already. 130, 130,000, 130, $140,000, 140, 140, there, and 50 against you, and 50. And 50. 150 against you there. At 150, any further? 150. 150. Is that a 55? Fine, 155. 155 against you both. 160 now. 165, 165. What was that? 170. Great, I like that. That's even better. 170. 170. Any further? At 170,000. At 170. 170. And 5. It's 175. Any further? At 175. 180. 180. Bid there. It's 180 now. 180. Any further? Any further? At 180. At 180,000. How about 185? It's 180. at 180 here. $180 and selling at 180. Yours at 185, 185. 185 on the phones. You've come so far. 190. Thank you very much. At 190. At 190,000. Against you, Alan. Against you there at $190,000. Do I sell at 190? It is selling to the room at 190. Not yours, Alan. At 190 going once. At what? How about 5? At 190,000. 5. They're out. 195. You've got it. Are you sure? At 195. It is selling. At one. I will take 200. It's 195. And selling at 195. If no further, at 195. Thank you very much. At 200,000. At 200,000. Like squeezing blood from a stone. How about it? At 200. Any further? We've got more cars left. What do we think? At 200,000, yes, no. The gavel's in the air. At 200,000. I am selling at $200,000. Going once at 200. Going twice at 200. Alan? I will take 5. Stop asking. At $200,000. At $200,000. I am selling at 200, then he's shaking his head, selling at 200. Any further at 200. 200, there you go. 5, what was it? 260, thank you.
All right, next up, this is quite exciting. We have a 2006 Ferrari F430 Spider with the highly desirable gated 6-speed manual gearbox. This car has covered just 6,300 miles from new and is a single-owner car. An appealing and well-optioned F430 presented in Rosso Corso over black leather. Selling today at no reserve, lot 142.
All right, please note, due to Arizona emission laws, this vehicle may only be sold to an out-of-state resident for outside of Arizona use or a licensed automotive dealer. It is no reserve, and bids take me straight in at 250,000. I'm off to the races at 250, at 280, at 300, at 320, and 320. 320 down here, any further at 320, any further at 320, any further at 320. Any further at 320. No paddles on this car at $320,000. At 320. Would 10 help you, sir? At 320 down here. It's 320. 320. Offer the online 10 as well. At $320,000. It's selling at 320. It is no reserve at 320. At $320,000, I will sell at $320,000. At 320. Am I selling at 320?
Gentleman in the back, standing.
5, fine. 325. Go 330. 325 has it. Are you sure? Okay, he says he's sure, and when he's sure, he's sure. 325, he's got it back there. 325, any further, or I sell. Fair warning on this at $325,000 for the manual transmission Ferrari F430 at 325 then. If no further, I sell. Going once, twice, third and final, 325. Your number 130. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. And now for the main event. You've eaten your popcorn too early. We have lot 143 making its way to the stage. This is the 2024 Bugatti Chiron Supersport Elephant Blanc. This is a one-of-one commission that is a reference to the legendary Bugatti Type 41 Royale and famously associated with Bugatti's historical reference, but also looking forward to the future. This is a one-of-one commission, and it shows just 2,750 miles from new, selling today here in Scottsdale, people. Exciting, exciting. Let's bid to win.
All right, Bugatti time. Let's give someone a bug problem. We'll start this one off straight in at, I gotta go, 3 million. At 3 million, it's 3 million already. At $3 million. At 3 million to jump. At 3 million. At $3 million. At 3 million. $3 million. At 3 million. 3.2. I see you there at 300. 3,200,000. 3.3. Thank you very much. 3.3. I'll take that. I'll take that. At 3.3. At 3.3. At 3.3 million dollars. At 3.3 million dollars. At 3.3. At 3.3.
One of one Bugatti.
$3.4 million. At $3.4 million for the Bugatti. 3.4. Is that an expensive wave or a bid? At 3. No, that was an expensive wave. At 3.4 million. $3.5 million. $3.5 million. At $3.5 million. At $3.5 million. Some thinking time. At 3.5. And 6. $3.6 million. At $3.6 million. Any further at 3.6. $3.65. $3,650,000. What do we think? 3,600,000. 3,675. A few of you now at 3,675. $3.67. Sorry, just 3.7. It was already 3.675. 3.7. Against you. Against you. Against you. At 3.7. Any further? Any further? 3,725. $3,725,000. 375, 375, $3,750,000. 38. I like it. $3,800,000. At $3,800,000. Bids here at $3,800,000. 3,825. 3,850. 3,850,000. At $3,850,000. Any further? At $3,850,000. 3.9. New place. 3.9 seated against you. 3,925. 4 million here in Bonhams. They should receive applause. It's $4 million. Any further? $4.1 million. $4.2 million. It's $4,200,000 and selling to the gentleman here, if no further, at $4.2 million. Any further at 4.2. $4.3 million. $4.4 million. You've come so far. We appreciate that as well. There's a song that says 1 is the loneliest number. 2 is just as bad as 1. It's the loneliest number since the number 1. It's at $4.4 million. Do I sell at 4.4? $4.5 million. $4.6 million. At 4.6. No, he's out. Make sure he gets a drink. At 4.6 million, we very much appreciate the bidding. At 4.6 million, the car is going to you right now. Any further? At 4.6 million. Going once. going twice. Third and final opportunity to own this spectacular machine at $4.6 million. Gavels in the air. Your car, congratulations. Cadillac 008. Please congratulate him for me, thank you.
Wow. Incredible. All right. Once you catch your breath, please feast your eyes on lot 144 making its way to the stage. A 2012 Fisker Karma. Finished in blue metallic over a tan and brown interior, this car has just 1,761 miles. Rare high performance extended range EV selling today at no reserve.
All right, on to another wild-looking machine. And this is no reserve. A quick note, please note, due to Arizona emissions laws, this may only be sold to an out-of-state resident, used for use outside of Arizona, or to a licensed vehicle dealer, and we'll bring this one into the market. How about it? 10,000 only. 10, I see a hand. Of course he wants it. 11, 12, 13. 13 only, fine. 13, your car at 13. Any further at 13, I'll sell at 13. 14 online. 15. It's 15. Any further? 15. I'm selling at 16. Seated. 16. 17. You sure? It goes really well next to a Beetle. $17,000 here. Any further? 18 on the phones. 19 standing. 20. 21. 2. Is that 3? 3. Quickly, please. 25. Great. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 30 and selling then, if no further. Going to the gentleman here. He's saving on shipping because he's standing here. At $30,000. Going once. At $30,000. Going twice. If no further. At $30,000. Internet, are we? 31. Are you sure? At 31 then, going to the phones. If no further, at $31,000. Yes, no, at $31,000. Gavels in the air at $31,000. 32. Selling at 32 then. Gordon, what do you think? At 32,000. I'm selling it. It's the best Fisker we have today at $32,000. Going once. $32,000. 32,000 going twice. 32,000, third and final chance. 33. Against you. Yes, no, at 33,000. He's out, he's walking away. 33,000, I'm selling at 33 if no further. At $33,000. 33,000, your number. Gordon, number. Oh, easy to remember, 111.
All right, next up we have lot 145 making its way onto the stage. This is the 1959 BMW Isetta 300 Cabriolet Tropen Liftung. This is an exceptionally rare US spec car featuring the tropical vent door, presented in its factory correct cream paintwork with brown interior. It's been restored, preserved, and maintained. Limited production cabrio selling today at no reserve.
All right, folks, here it is. And we'll start this one off. It's no reserve. How about it? 20 grand anywhere. 20 grand. 20,000. It's easy to park. Doesn't take up much room. How about it? 20,000 somewhere. Bid me 20 somewhere. Online, we have 20,000. Thank you. Saving time. Online, they're going to buy it at 20 if no further. Any further at 20. Any further at 20. Any further? 22 online. 22 online has it. At 22, still online. Still online. At 22,000. At 22. At 22,000. Just think you can buy another and fit in the space of one car. At 22,000. At $22,000. I'll sell 23,000. At 23, move it along though. At 23. At 23,000. At 23,000. At 23, 24 online. At 24, online. At 24. At 24, I'll sell at 24. If no further. 25. 25. Here in the room. At 25. 26 online. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. Are you sure? It's the best one you're going to see today at $36,000. At 37, think of all the money you save on storage. At 36,000, I'm selling to the online bidder then. At 36,000, it's going. At 36,000, he's out. Thank him for his bidding. 37 online, new place. Two of you online. 38. 38 online, it's yours. 39, keep going, please. At 39. At 39. 40. 40, all on the internet. Ooh, in cyberspace, clicking or swiping away. On the app. On the website, 41. They keep going. 41. Keep bidding. 41. I see you thinking there in the internet. Click the button at $41,000. At 41,000, 42,000. At 42,000. At 42. Selling at 42 then, if no further, at 42,000. Gavels in the air. Fair warning at $42,000 in selling. Are we all done online at 42,000? Going once, twice. Third and final chance at $42,000. 426166.
All right, congrats to the online bidder. Next up, we have lot 146 making its way to the stage. This is a 1995 Land Rover Defender wagon done by Heidelberg of Arkansas. It's a highly executed build which features desirable option, left-hand drive, polar white paint, and custom diamond-stitched interior leather upholstery, and it features the robust TDI engine and a 5-speed manual gearbox. Selling today here in Scottsdale.
All right, Land Rover time here. Perfect for your first, second, or fifth home. We'll start this one off at 70,000. 70 straight in. 70,000. It's 70 already. At 70. At 70. At 75. Thank you. 75. 75. At 75. 75. 80 now. And 80. And 80. Moving along, please. And 80. 80,000. 80,000. And 5. And 5. 80,000. 85. It's 85. 85,000. 85. 85. And 90. And 90. And 90. 90,000. 90,000. 95. New place. 95. It's $95,000. At $95,000. At $95,000. 95,000 at $95,000 at 95. 100 online. 100. It's 100. Online has it at 100. At 100 online. At 100,000. At 100,000. And 5. It's 105 against you online. You had it for a moment. It's not yours anymore. Any further at 105. At 105. 110 online. at 110. At 110. At 110 and selling. At 110 and selling to the online bidder. Any further at 110. 110 going once. 110 going twice. 110, third and final opportunity at 110. 115. Against you online, 115, back here. It's not yours online. Was for a minute, it's not anymore. At 115 and selling. Do I sell then? At 115, going once. 115, going twice. Online, last chance at $115,000. 004.
Congratulations, sir. All right, next up we have another Italian with a gated manual gearbox. This is lot 147, a 2001 Ferrari 550 Maranello, presented here in its highly original color combo of Rosso Corso over Coyo. This car has just 11,581 miles since 2001 and is selling today here in Scottsdale. Bid to win.
Okay, folks, quick note. The interior, as you can plainly see, is tan and not black. And due to Arizona emissions laws, if you're an Arizona resident, you can't buy it. It needs to be registered out of state or sold to a licensed automotive dealer. Bids take me straight in at 110, 20, 130, 130, 130, straight in at 130, 130, 130, 130, 140 in line. Thank you very much. 140, 140, 140. 150 online. 150. It's against you at 160. $160 against you online. Offer them 170. 170. 175. It's against you online at 175. 180's next if you'd like it. 175. Any further? 180 online. It's 180. At 180. At 180. Yes, no, at 180. Some thinking time. At 180. Any further at 180. And 5. Against you online. $190. $190 to the online bidder. It's selling, if no further. What do we think? At 190. Shaking their head. Any further? at 190. I sell at 190,000 then, going once, going twice, third and final. No, no, 190, it's yours online. 190, 6195.
All right, congrats to that online bidder. Next up, we have lot 148 making its way to the stage. This is the 2002 Rolls-Royce Park Ward limo. This is finished in black over cream leather and shockingly rare. This car, as a 2002, is one of just 127 long wheelbase examples built and features a BMW-sourced 5.4-liter V12, selling today at no reserve.
Lovely machine, there you see it. Quick sale room notice: due to Arizona's emission laws, this vehicle may only be sold to an out-of-state resident for use outside of Arizona or to a licensed automotive dealer. We'll bring this one in. How about it? 30 only, 30,000, 30,000, 30 I see, it's 30, off to the races, 30,000. I'll sell it at 30, at 30. 2 please, at 30, at 30. 32. 35. $35 and selling. How about 38? How about 38? I love you too. How about 38? It's 35. Yes, no at 35. At 35 and selling then, at $35,000. 38, yes? 38, down here, against you. 40, he says.
40, sir.
Well, we already have it.
41.
42. 45. 48. Are you sure? At 48,000. I will sell at 48 to the phones, if no further. He's shaking his head. No, 48,000 to the phones. Selling then. No regrets. At 48,000. Selling. 50,000 back there. Thank you very much. He can have 2 if he wants it. All right, selling then. 50,000. Yes, no, at 50,000. I will not. At 50,000. 52, fine. 52, quickly, please. At 52. 52,000. It's your car at 52. At 52,000. No further. He's out. He's out. He's out. 52. We're done. 52. 024.
All right, don't worry, we have another long wheelbase Rolls-Royce making its way to the stage. This is lot 149. This is the 1952 Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith limousine. This car was reported to have been completely disassembled during its restoration and repainted in claret and light gray. It was also fitted with modern air conditioning, a stereo, and even a television in the rear quarters of the car. It's accompanied by copies of its Rolls-Royce build sheet and Rolls-Royce Owners Club records. Sure to be a classic, selling today at no reserve.
All right, sale room notice, title in transit. Could probably make your money back on the purchase using it as a livery car. Do a couple weddings. We'll start this one off. How about it? 20,000 somewhere, please. 20 only for it. 20, I see. 20 in the back. Thank you so much. 20,000, 22, 22. It's 22. It's already 22. We have to go up. 25, 25, 25. Any further? 25. Yes, no. 25. No. 25. No. Is that a gracious I'm out, or is that a gracious I'm bidding? At 25. He's out. 28. New place. 28,000. 28,000. They see the value. 28,000. Spent its life early in Glasgow at 28,000. 28,000. Great place to watch TV if nothing else. At 28,000. Selling at 28,000. Online, are we out? At 28,000. Whitney, are we out? 28,000. She's shaking her head. At 28,000. We're selling. Are you bidding or are you thinking? 29, fine, 29. Well, it's not yours anymore, it's his. I've taken his little bid, but I'm going to be quick about it. 30, 30 quickly. 30, yes, no. Against you. 31. Against you, not you, Gordon. 32, 33. 33 down here, any further? Yes, no, 33. I sell the car at 33,000 then. At 33,000. 34. Gordon had it first. 35. 36. 37. All right, 38. Thank you, Ian. You beat it. You beat Gordon finally. 38. He's out. At 38. It's Ian's car at 38,000 and selling at 38. If no further, at 38. Gordon. Any further? At 38. 39. He's back in. At 39. 40. Quickly, please, at 40. Are you sure? I felt lied to the last time. At 40 then. At 40 and selling. At 40. Any further? Gordon, are we out at 40? Yes, no at 40. He's out. Any further at 40? Yes, no, 40,000 and selling. 41. I don't know if I can trust him anymore. All right, selling to him at 41. Yes, no at 41. At 41,000. No, come on. 41 and selling. 2 would be the next. I've already dropped it to 42. Thank you. 42. Yes, no, 42 against you. Are you absolutely 100% sure? He says yes. 42. I'm selling here at 42. All done. Are we out? No regrets. 42. Thank you very much. Your car, Ian. 262. Thank you so much.
All right, congrats to that phone bidder there. Next up, we have lot 150 making its way to the stage. This is a 1932 Chrysler CI6 Sport Roadster. It's a sporting Chrysler Roadster that is a nicely presented example, eligible for a variety of tours and events, selling today at no reserve.
All right, Chrysler time. There you see it. Start me off. How about it? 20,000 somewhere. 20. Thank you very much. 20 seated. He's got it at 20. At 20. It's no reserve. I'm selling if no further at 20. At 20. It sells at 20. Any further at 20. I'll put the gavel in there and sell it at 20 if nothing else. At $22,000. 22 against you. 25. No. 25 seated here. It's not you online. It's 25 seated. 25 seated. I saw you first. I'm sorry online. Bid again. At 25. Are we sure? This also goes good with the Beetle. At 25,000. At 25,000. Any further at 25? Any further at 25? I sell 25 then, if no further. At 25,000. Yes, no online. At 25,000. At $25,000 and selling at 25. 196 is the number. Thank you so much.
All right. Next up is lot number 151. This is the 1954 Buick Skylark convertible. This is one of just 836 Skylarks produced, and at its time it was the most expensive Buick on offer, even more expensive than the Roadmaster. So this car is ready to go today and selling here in Scottsdale.
Skylark time. Here you go. Let's start this one off. How about 50 for it anywhere? 50 only. 50. Bid me 50, please. 50 only for the Skylark. Somebody bid me 50. 50 only for the Skylark. At 50 only, please. At 50. At 50. At $50,000. At 50. 40, let's try 40 then. 40,000, 40,000, 40,000. At 40,000, there should be hands in the air at 40. 30, fine, I see it, 30, it's yours at 30 right now. At 30, off to the races at 30, it's no reserve, I gotta sell at 32, 32, 32, 30, 35, 38, 40. Against you, it's 40 here. 2, 42, 45, 48, yeah, 48. 50, did I hear 50? 50, fantastic. No, he's out, we're back where I started. 50, at 50,000, seated at the high top, at 50, 50, any further at 50, or am I out? At 50. At 50,000, I will sell at 50,000. It's no reserve. It has to go at 50,000. Anyone else need a Buick? Anyone else need a Buick? 52 online. Against you, it's online at 52. Go 5 at 52,000. 5, he says, at 55. The question is back in your realm online at $55,000. I will sell at $58,000 online. Goes great with the Beetle at $58,000. At $58,000. Any further at 58. I will sell at 58,000 then. I will sell at 58,000. If no further, no regrets at 58,000. At 58,000 and selling 58, and that's 6074.
All right, next up is lot 152. This is the 1967 Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint GT Veloce, finished in Rosso Alpha over black interior. This exemplifies the early 105 series coupes. It's a wonderful, wonderful example of Giorgetto Giugiaro's crisp Bertone design and selling today at no reserve.
All right, Alpha time. I love this car. Look at that pinstriping. That's fantastic. All right, we'll start me off right here. 19 grand, I'm straight in. At 19, at 19,000. 20, 2 against you. 25, 28 against you. 30, 32 against you. 35, I'm out, you've got it, 35,000. 35,000 for the step nose. 35,000, this thing looks like a time machine, I love it. 35,000 at 35. Any further at 35. 38, 36, 36, but only because I like you. 36, 36 against. 37, 38. 39. You can fit a lot of cheese in that. 39. Yes, no? Are you sure? 39. Selling in the back, then. We appreciate the bidding. 39,000. Anyone else at $39,000? 39,000. Going once. Online, are we quiet? 39,000. 40. Online. 42. It's against you online. Offer them 44. It's against you online. 42 here in the room. Against you any further online, or anyone else for that matter. At 42,000, I will put the gavel in the air. It is selling at $42,000. At 42,000. At 42,000, God, I love the look of that car. At 42,000, I need to pinstripe more things. 42,000 and selling then. At $42,000. Down she goes, 42. Your number, please. 190.
All right, congrats to you, sir. Next up, lot 153. 3, another Alfa Romeo. This one is a 67 Giulia Super Bolina d'Oro. This is a excuse me, sorry. This is a spirited 1.6-liter double overhead cam, twin cam engine and timeless design. This car is also selling at no reserve today here in Scottsdale.
All right, if you missed the last one, here's your opportunity to get one with room for friends. And we'll start this one straight in at $6 grand. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. It's polite to bid with the person who's there. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. I already have 20. 22. How about 25? 25. 28. 28. 28. How about 20? How about 27? Yes? 27. It's against you. It's 27. 29. 29. Fine. Only because I like you. 28. 29. I like you too. 29. It's 28 against you. Any further? Gordon's depending on you to find a new rally car for him. 29, ahead of you. You got to be faster. 30. It's against all of you except for him. It's his car. At 30. Any further at 30? Yes, no at 30? 31. 32. Are you sure? 32,000. Against you? No. 32,000. At 32 then. At 32 I'll sell. At 32,000. Any further online? Any further room? At 32,000. Sorry, Gordon, you're going to have to find another rally car. At 32,000. At $32,000. Down she goes. 32. Your number, please. 163.
But wait, there's one more Alpha. Don't worry. Making its way to the stage, we have lot 154. This is the 1977 Alfa Romeo Alfetta GT. This is a limited edition Mario Andretti car, number 212 of approximately 300 built. This car also selling today at no reserve.
All right, there you go. Alpha time, the anti-penultimate car of the sale here. Last chance to buy an Italian thing. We'll start this one off. How about $5 grand only? 5? 5. We're in at 5. 5,000. Go 6. Anywhere. 6? It's 6. Thank you. 7. 7,500. 8. Selling at 8 then, if no further, at $8,000 I'll sell. At 85. 9? 9. 9 down here, he's ahead of you. 10, thank you. 11. 12. 13, not a trichotillophobic. It's 13,000 and selling. Any further at 13 then? Do I sell to him at 13? You've tried so hard on so many, but you haven't gone home yet. 14. 14. Yeah, you've tried so hard, but you haven't gone home yet with one. 15? It's 14 already. He's got 14. You bid 13. You on 15? 15. 16. Selling at 16 then, if no, 17 please. 17? 17. All right, selling then, 17,000. If no further at 17,000, I sell the car at 17,000. Yes, no, at 17. 18. Selling at 18 then. Any further at 18? Gavels in the air. 18,000. What are we doing? 18,000. At 18,000. Selling the car at 18,000. 18,000. Your car, 143.
Congratulations, 143. All right, next up we have lot 155 making its way to the stage. This is the 1967 Citroen 2CV. This is the car that was gifted by Billy Joel to Christy Brinkley. Selling today here in Scottsdale, also at no reserve.
All right, wonderful. I bet this can fit a bottle of red and a bottle of white. And we'll start this one off. 20,000 maybe. 20,000. How about it? 20,000. 20 we have at 20,000. At 20,000. Someone sees quality at 20. At 20. At 20. At 20. 22 online. At 22 online. At 22 online. Are you sure? I know it's not a Cadillac, but would you like to bid? At 22,000. At 22,000. I will sell at 22,000. If no further, at 22,000. At 22,000. Selling at 22 then. 22,000 and selling. No further. 22. Yes, no. 22. 22,000. That's 6194.
All right, and for the final lot for today, we have lot 156. Please pay attention to the screen here. You'll see this is a 2000 Hallmark trailer. This is a 20-foot trailer, and it is 8.5 feet wide, built out to haul collector cars, so you can take home the cars you bought today. Selling today at no reserve.
All right, last lot, and your opportunity to save on shipping. Sorry, passport. And we'll start this one off straight in, 2,000 bucks. $2,000 for the trailer. 2,000, 2,200, 2,200, 2,500, 2,500. It's yours already at 25, 28, 3,000, 32, 35. He's out, 3,500. It's your trailer at current. Any further? 38, 4,000. 42, 45, 48. Oh, he's just, so it's 45. You want 48? 48, 5,000. 52, 5,200 against you. 5,500. How about 8? 5,008. Are you sure? At 5,800 and selling the trailer. If no further, at $5,800, I will sell at 5,008. Your trailer, hey!
Congratulations,
is the
sir.
number.
All right, toy hauler for you.
Thank you so much. We are in Paris next week on the 30th. Come and join us at Paris Polo. And then following that, of course, we've got Miami, we've got Greenwich, we've got Reno. So much fun. Travel safe. Thanks for coming, folks.